Hey y'all, we finally got to the point where we can't find any tools when we need them. We just got a big mess going on. What we're gonna do today is pull all the tools out of these boxes, do a complete layout, go through them one by one and try to make the best sets I can out of them and get as organized as possible. I'm also gonna try to make a to-go bag with things that I think I'm gonna use every day. And some of these tools are up to 40 years old, so we just gotta dig through it, see what we can find. And we're probably gonna get some new tools. Let's go. And we're missing a drawer, but I'm not gonna get rid of this box. It's kind of a little OG box. See, it's still got the little Drift 240 on there. And on this box, I got it on Father's Day from my wife and kids. So I can't get rid of this box either. So we're gonna keep it, we're gonna make it work. I had this box for about 15 years or so. So it's just full with random tools. And over here, we actually picked up some new impact sockets. These were 35% off. And so was the torque wrench, so I had to get those. All right, then we're gonna dig through all the hand tools, figure out what's staying at home and what's gonna be in the truck or at work with me. So this is gonna be the biggest challenge, I think. The US General peg type. Yeah, I had a feeling there was gonna be something broken here. There it is, little itty bitty one. These peg style are actually from Sears, probably about 20 years ago when Sears used to be open at the mall. Still holding. Crazy, I have a snap-on 15mm 1/4" drive. Nice. We look at that 10. Classic. Alright, next weird little problem. The 12 doesn't fit on here. Upside down or regular. Looks like the hole inside it is drilled a little bit smaller than the 13s and above. Alright y'all, we stayed up pretty late last night, but we got the whole floor cleaned up, all the tables put away, and I think I got all the tools sorted in a way where I think they're gonna work. I did end up getting another toolbox, a little mini, just for random odds and ends. I'm still gonna use this as a work table. Then I picked up this Klein Tools, it's called a runner bag. Still fits an impact inside. And this is gonna have to pull double duty at home and at work. Then we've got the 1/2" for those really stubborn rusty nuts and bolts. And then the 3/8. This only hits about 45 foot-pounds. I think the 1/2" does 750 foot-pounds. We tried to build this bag to be very efficient. In this one, we do a lot of AC stuff, so we got Schrader valves, caps, Schrader tools, spare little wire, spare little terminals. And I'm just using these containers for now until I find something else that's a little bit skinnier. Maybe like some sunglasses case. That's what I was thinking. And here we got spare sockets, spare adapters, big old Unibit. Here we got the 90-degree adapter for impacts. AC tool, king valves. Really tiny micro ratchet to get around evaporators when you got to get that one against the wall, and it's 1/4 and 5/16. Fit all these little bits. You can even get little short ones, so this can get almost everywhere. I've got a couple spare bits here. I use these a lot these days. I barely use Phillips. I try to use a lot of Torx. This one does down to 24 volts, so you can actually check transformers working in ACs. Precision screwdriver. So you get 4 screwdrivers in this one. Drywall knife for quick repairs. 2 extra long adapters for the impact. And back here we have another multi-purpose screwdriver. See, it's got a Phillips 2 on it. You just pop these off. They do lock on, which is good. They don't just slide out. On the back, you just pop it open. And we have square drive, precision flat tip, and regular flat tip. Another multi-purpose driver. We got 5/16 and quarter on here. Let's pull it off and flip it. You can also pull it apart, change it to a 3/8 driver if you ever need it. Probably never gonna do that. And the good thing about having a quarter on here and it has a magnet in it, you just take any of these bits and they shouldn't fall off. It's a good multi-purpose driver. Here we got another multi-purpose tool. So this is going to be not really needle nose, but sort of needle nose. This can probably do most of the work a needle nose does. Really fine strippers, really good cutter, but it also has a crimper built in, which is really cool. So anytime you need to crimp something by emergency and you have this tool, you can do it on the spot without using one of these. But we're still going to keep this with us just in case you got to crimp in a far spot. I think this is going to be the tool I probably use the most. But we have an actual needle nose just in case you got to reach to a really tight area, and then some tin snips. And on the side, we have some Sharpies, a paint marker. It's got one roll of tape on there right now, just electrical tape. Super 33 Plus, a 5-bit holder with Phillips 8 1/4 long, Torx, and a Unibit. These are tools you always reach for, so I just leave them hanging outside the bag. Alright, on this side of the bag, got just a couple zip ties, a couple where you can put a screw through it. We might not need these screwdrivers because we have all the other ones, but these are going to stay in here for now until I figure out something else. I like to use this one for plumbing, like really small shutoff valves, and this one for water heaters just because it clamps on. And of course, we got some vice grips. I think I got the medium size in here. A new tool I bought, some really good diagonal cutters. There's a lot of times I have some smaller ones I don't get enough leverage or reach. I feel like these can pinch off almost anything. Two channel locks, full size and a small size. Stud finder from Walmart, works great. .25 foot tape measure. And the reason I like the Milwaukee ones is they retract slowly. Those other ones, you'll get your finger caught right here. They'll just give you a little blood blister. And a Klein multimeter. Also got a level in here, and if it's dark, you can light it up. And in this pocket, we actually have something. Got the Torx and Allens. These are going to be standard Allens. Probably run across these a lot more than the metric Allens. And this is not going to be the final configuration. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take some things out and add some things. I've got a headlight in here, spare headlight. I'm pretty sure I'm always going to have this one with me, but this one's rechargeable and this one uses batteries. And I'm hoping in the future I can leave this one home and get a new one for the bag. They have one that's smaller with a big ring light right here. It's called an XDT20. And this is going to be an XDT14. Bag is pretty heavy. For welding, I'm just going to be using a 125 FlexCore 110 volt welding system. 0.35 wire. And a whole bunch of spare tips. And I think this welder can do up to a 1/4 inch thick, so that's plenty for what I do. See, down here at the bottom, we put a lot of our tools that we hammer with, pry with. We've got this massive pry bar, pure steel, long screwdrivers. Next drawer up, some channel locks, crescent wrenches, vice grips, diagonal cutters, and this is another one of those multi-tools. Kind of like needle nose, strippers, cutters, but no crimper. Strippers, 3 different kinds of hose clamp getters, long ones, more tin snips, electrical, more strippers, some dikes, some drill bits, and a whole bunch of 1/4 inch mixed up hex. Some really fine needle nose. Next drawer up, oh, there isn't one. We can go to the next drawer up above that. That's where we have all our ratchet wrenches. I think we have 4 10mm ones. One's reversing and angled. One's a kind of a stubby. A whole bunch of double box end. Ratchet wrenches go up to 19. In this drawer, we actually got some new tools. It's going to be double box end. So one end is going to be ratcheting, flex head, non-reversible. One end's just going to be regular box end, 0 degree offset, extra long. Let me get our regular 14 over here. And I don't have too many open end wrenches here, but I try to keep this all the same height in this box. We have all the open ends. Double open end, line wrenches, different kinds of 10 mils. So they're all about the same height. On the top of the box, let's start from right to left. All the 1/2 inch extensions from the Quinset. We've got the Astro Nano Socket drivers. These are actually 17s that fit the Nano sockets. Flex head, non-reversible, short, and a long one. And then we've got an Icon 1/2 inch flex head. A 3/8 120 XP gear wrench locking flex head. 3/8 Icon flex head. These are all generation 2s. And then another gear wrench 1/4 inch locking flex head, 120 XP. Up here we got the Icon stubby 1/4 inch, 3/8 stubby inch, and a Snap-on 1/4 inch non-flex head. So this is the only non-flex head. The flex head just has a lot more uses. So pretty much over the years I found out that I just love the flex head ratchets. Here we got some little 1/4 inch extensions. Some 1/4 inch adapters for the impact. Got 1/4 and 3/8, short and long. And you got a 3/8 impact, 130 foot-pounds, which actually is impressive. I've took off some pretty big bolts with this. And then if we get back up into a tight situation, got the 90 adapter right here. 1/4 inch. A 6 size nut driver. Regular screwdriver, regular flat tip screwdriver, and then 2 precisions. And then here we got the Astro 3/8 impact pinless. I think I'm going to use these the most. And because the weight of them, when you put them in here, they actually hit a little bit harder. Going to be 10 through 19. A little set of Icon picks. These are actually new. Metric and standard Milwaukee hex. For the Torx, we just got a little row of Torx right here. And on this side, we've got 3/8 extensions. Kind of like a little variety of them. 1/4 inch chrome. And here we got the whole nano socket set. Goes from 6 to 24. 24 out. You see it's a super shallow 24 mil. I'm just gonna put on the nano socket wrench. And these are actually built for it, so they actually click in. They actually got a really good fine tooth count. And that's how shallow you can make a 24. If you look in the middle, there's a little 3/8 drive in there. So this is also gonna be 3/8 drive. So there's gonna be a 24 mil on a 3/8 drive. Very shallow and nice. Here goes the chrome 3/8. We've got a 1/2 inch 3/8 adapter, and then we actually got an impact one, a Milwaukee Shockwave. So we're going to use this a lot with the 1/2 inch impact gun. Swivel adapter for 1/2 inch, just a short extension. Couple of swivel sockets, I believe it's 1/2 inch, 14, 13, 12, 10, and then these are spare 10s. 10, 10, another swivel 10 for 1/4 inch, 10 impact, 10 1/4. And on the back row, we did get the 12 to fit, and it fits nice. Of course, we're missing a couple still, a deep 23 and deep 25. And I think this is a 12 point. Kind of like using 6 points with the impact. On the very back, we got the Icon breaker bar. Going to the other box. This is where we're gonna have the rest of the Allens and Torx. This is all just automotive stuff, relays, fuel stuff, extra picks, compression tester, tons of extra little adapters. I'm just gonna leave it like this until I figure it out. I think the top drawers, I'm really not gonna touch too much unless I need a weird screwdriver. Lots of random Allens, little code reader, temperature gun, wheel lock keys, some old triple squares. I need this one time. Little nut driver and a paint pen. And this drawer is where we're keeping the other rest of the 1/2 inch. You see I try to keep it the same level. It's kind of hard to work with 2 boxes. So this is gonna be all the standards 1/2 inch, deep and shallow. Some big axle sockets back there, axle nuts, whatever you can come across. Spare 1/2 inch extensions. And I almost built a whole nother metric kit out of impacts, but I'm missing a couple. Honda tool, O2 sensor, swivel, spark plug sockets. This one's got snap ring pliers, small diagonal cutters, big old wire cutters right there. Cat 6 crimper, scissors, more strippers. Nice little scraper I just picked up. This one's really nice. Hammers and spikes. I got a new dead blow from Lowe's, a Craftsman. This is where I got all the rest of the 1/4 inch and 3/8. This one's all the 10 mils, the spare 10 mils I had. It's gonna be all 1/4 inch, all 3/8. I almost have a whole set of 3/8 standard. Almost have a whole set of 3/8 metric. These are gonna be all our extra 3/8 ratchets. Then we have a click type 3/8 torque wrench, 5 to 50 pounds off Amazon. Then we got another 3/8 torque wrench. This one is 5 to 100 pounds. It's the Quinn. And down here we've got oil filter clamps, C-clamps, and we're gonna hold on to the air tools. You just never know. Some pullers. I kept this. It's one of my dad's really old screwdrivers. Got an air ratchet, die grinder, a needler, descaler. Hey guys, thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.